What's up, guys? It's Brian, Alsruhe with NeverSay.com, and we just hit 20,000 subscribers. Wow. Very, very cool, and I'm completely humbled, and I thank you guys so much for taking the time to subscribe, check out the videos. I thank you so incredibly much. I absolutely would not be doing this without the help and support of all of you. With that said, I've been trying to rack my brain to think of some way to celebrate 20,000 pounds. And at first I thought just do a 500 pound deadlift 40 times. That would give you 20,000 pounds. That would be awesome. And then I thought, I like my life. And doing high rep deadlifts definitely sets my CNS back. So doing 40 reps at 500 pounds probably would mean that you guys would not see any good training footage for about a month. So I decided not to do that. And then my brain said, this week you're looking for an SSB PR and an overhead press PR. So how good would it be? I know if you guys have watched my channel for any amount of time, you guys will see a video that is entitled something like getting folded in half. And the thumbnail for the picture is literally me folded in half, squat bar on my back. A lot of hate on that one. So I figured for 20,000 subscribers, what a better way to celebrate than get a little redemption on that 660 pound SSB squat. Now, for those of you who do not know, an SSB squat is much harder than a regular squat, especially when you get up in weight. So theoretically, if I can hit 660 on the SSB, maybe 700's there. I'm talking with a regular bar, 700 pound squat with a regular bar. Yeah, big maybe. And then also, if you guys have been following the channel for any amount of time, you will know that I've been chasing a 400 pound overhead press for a very, very long time because I wanted to get to that mark. I started out hitting 2, 3, 4, 5 plates in the overhead press, the bench, the squat, and the deadlift. And then once I hit that, then I moved on to 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I wanted to hit 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I've had a 500 pound bench press for a while now. I've been in the 6s for squat. I'm almost at 7, like I just said. Hopefully that happens soon. And then I am in the 700 for deadlifts. However, I was up to about 390 on the overhead press. Now, before you get all upset, remember, I am a strongman, so anytime that you take a weight and you press it above head is considered an overhead press. That is our vernacular. Now, you can call it a push press, you can call it a jerk, you can call it a push jerk, you call it whatever you want. I really don't care. The whole point was that you're taking 400 pounds from your shoulders and you're putting it above your head, and you're gonna get to see me do that during this video. So right now, I'm gonna kick to the commentary and show you guys my workup sets for both the SSB PR and the overhead press PR. But then after that, you're gonna wanna stick around because from time to time, some of you guys send me things. So I wanna do a little bit of viewer appreciation here on the celebration of 20,000 subscribers and show some of the stuff that you guys are giving me. I appreciate it so much. It is so beyond cool that you guys would do that. I'm humbled. I thank you so much. Right now, we're gonna do the commentary. Later, we're gonna do the viewer appreciation. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so here we go. This is the SSB bar, and if you guys have never had the great displeasure of ever using one, it is literally like someone is standing behind you and shoving your neck to the ground when you're coming out of the hole on the squat, especially at heavier weights. Now, I'm going to do an entire video about the benefits of the SSB bar coming up and kind of making a case for it, very similar to that A Case for Barbell Rows video that I made. But using an SSB bar has definitely helped my squats go up and my deadlifts go up, doing nothing more than just switching bars. So it's definitely a great tool, and I will be talking more about all of its benefits in a future video. But this is 520 pounds. It was no problem at all, so I decided to jump to 610. Now, my previous PR was 650 pounds, so 610 is not something that I could take lightly, and if I get out of the groove, it will fold me. I'm dropping a little extra low on all these heavier sets just so that you form Nazis stay away from me. I don't know why you bother me. But here's 660 pounds of painful awesomeness, funness. Anyway, feeling really good. Pushing my knees out, getting down, hitting depth, standing right up. No problem at all. If you guys are looking at the old video, if you guys check that out, you will see this bar completely fold me in half at this weight. So this was really good redemption. It is a 10-pound PR. I'm super happy about it and happy to be done with that weight. So that squat happened last Monday, and this is going forward to Wednesday of last week where I was working the overhead press. Now, I have not used a standard barbell for the overhead press since I have opened my gym. This is the very first time. In my previous PR with a standard barbell is 365 pounds, but I've gotten a lot higher with that as far as the axle was concerned, so I knew switching back to barbell was probably going to get me a little better results because for me personally, barbell is a little easier than an axle just because of smaller diameter. So I'm working up. Here is 315, no problem at all. 365, I actually got a little wobbly. I pushed the bar a little bit too far back to the back of my head, so you're going to see me kind of struggle with the lockout. Not really the lockout, but I guess standing. I struggle with standing. So after 365, I jumped to 400 pounds. I missed it once. Here's the second attempt. And this is a huge deal for me because I've wanted to put 400 pounds over my head for the longest time. So this was a really huge deal to me. It was so cool. I'm so happy to be in the next hundreds and start that climb all over again. But for right now, I want to go into some viewer appreciation, just share with you guys some of the stuff you guys have sent me. And thank you all so much for doing that. And we're back. So the very first thing I want to talk about is actually a flag. Now you guys see flags all around my gym, and I've explained during the gym tour video why I have them. Sometimes there's stuff that represents me, sometimes there's stuff that represent people from my gym, and sometimes there's stuff that you guys, the viewers who are also part of my gym, decide to send in, and I proudly display it on my walls. With that said, Ryan from Washington State decided to send me a flag. So here we are. Washington State. Very, very cool, Ryan. Thank you so much. I'm gonna proudly display this in my gym, and I love the colors because I don't have a lot of green in my gym, so this is gonna stand out nicely, especially in videos. Thank you so much, my friend. Now, John sent me an email asking if I drink coffee, and I actually do. I am not a huge coffee snob, so I don't know the difference between good coffee and bad coffee typically, but I'm willing to learn. So John sent me 2 different packages of coffee. He asked me if I like a lighter roast or a darker roast, and typically I like darker roast. So he sent me these 2 types. Now this type has a billy goat on it, but since we are a family-friendly show, I'm not gonna say the name of the coffee, although it's hilarious. And it tastes really good. And the second one is called Grin and Bear, which I just had this morning, and I really like it a lot. John, I thank you so much. His brewing company is called Ravens Brew Coffee. So if you've never tried them out, I would encourage you to do so. It tastes really good. I like it, but again, I'm not a coffee snob, but compared to other coffees I have, it tastes good. Fine, good, great. Tastes great. Thank you, John. All right, so next thing actually comes from John from the Loyal brand. Now, I know a lot of you think that I own part of the Loyal brand. I do not own 1% of that company. All that I am is ambassador for his brand. The owner is awesome. Their products are awesome. That's why I'm wearing a Loyal shirt. You guys see me wearing Loyal shirts all the time. But he was cool enough to send me a Never Sate flag, right? So we put our logo on a flag so now I can hang that up or take it to competitions or do whatever else I want to do with it. Really, really cool. I've never had something that I've created on a flag, so I'm overwhelmed. It's awesome. Thank you, John. All right, next package is from Sheldon. Now, Sheldon wrote in his letter that he sees me showing you guys how to do stuff in my shirts, and I tear holes in them a lot, which is very, very true. I go through shirts like crazy. So he was cool enough to send me a shirt. Now, when I opened it up, I was like, this shirt looks vaguely familiar. Right? So he sent me my shirt, which is really, really cool of him because I do wear these constantly and I do put holes in them all the time. So I really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Thank you so much, Sheldon. All right, so the very last one comes from a viewer named Matt. So Matt wrote me this really long email telling me the story about his friend Darren. So Matt and Darren were friends all growing up. Darren ended up being an awesome athlete, going D1 for wrestling, just an amazing guy. He was amazing at inspiring people and being a positive influence on all the people around him. Just super, super cool guy. And then one day, Darren tragically died in a swimming accident. So much like my story with Mike Jenkins, Darren's death had a great effect on Matt, and he ended up wanting to do his first strongman competition, and Darren's favorite superhero was Batman. So Matt thought, in like an homage to his friend, that he would wear a Batman shirt for his first strongman competition, which he did awesome at, and he actually sent me the Batman t-shirt from that first competition. So very, very cool, man. Awesome story. I think it is amazing, and I think you're doing a great thing honoring your friend, and I will proudly display this on my wall so that wherever he is looking down, he'll be able to smile and know that you're doing awesome things with your life, man. So thank you, Matt. All right, guys, so there you go. Here is my celebration of 20,000 subscribers. I thank you guys so much to each and every single one of you who has watched my videos, who has left comments, who has subscribed. It means a ton to me. I can't wait till we hit 50,000. That's gonna probably be the next one that I really celebrate. I am super excited to have hit that 400-pound overhead press and got a little redemption from that 660-pound SSB squat. So I'm very, very happy about those things. I thank you guys so much for watching. Until I see you, go out, do something amazing with your lives, keep working hard, be nice to each other, and I will see you then.